So what I want to talk about today, guys, is the very icy topic of Black History Month. Now, this topic is kind of cliche. You know, a lot of people have good feelings about it. A lot of people have bad feelings about it. But here's my thought on Black History Month and why I think it's something that we should actually celebrate as Americans. Oftentimes as Americans, we are very ignorant of other people's culture, period. You know, Asian, Hispanic, Indian, Arabic, just any other cultures other than, our own, And I truly do wish there could be more holidays like Black History Month. I mean, I wish there could be a Asian History Month. I wish there could be an Indian History Month. I wish there could be a month where we, every single day of the year where we learn about each other, because I think that would tear down a lot of the races and stigmas and phobias that we have of each other. I'm finna go sit here by the pool while I do this. I want to kind of get to a new area other than where I normally film. It's getting dark here, so I seem a little dark. Isn't that pretty back there, guys? That is beautiful. But I really wish we could all just get to know about each other as a race. You know what I mean? We could learn, what it is to be Asian in America. You know what I mean? Especially right now with talk of the COVID virus and people just saying, a lot of unsensitive things, like calling this, oh, this is the Asian sickness or whatever like that, man. I mean, that's crap, man. A lot of people say different diseases got started from different places, and I have never in my life heard any disease just, blame solely or named solely after a race. You know what I'm saying? That's crap, I've never heard of any characteristic trait or anything that is bad just being, named after a race. I mean, you wouldn't want that, And Black History Month, guys, all it does is just kind of put a different twist on what it is to be black, in America. And by that I mean, it shows the light of, a lot of good African American people. We're not just talking about, the what we call the rappers and this and that of society. And I'm not saying that all rappers are negative. I'm saying that in Black History Month we talk about the inventors, the scientists, the doctors, the lawyers, the black people that made a difference in America. I mean, you got to understand at one point or another, and I'm not just meaning to bring it back there, guys. I got something in my eye. I don't know what it is, but at some point or another, you know what I mean. Black people were in slavery here in America. You know what I mean, and Black History Month just kind of shines a light, to maybe some other racists, or different people on some of the positive things that black people have done too. And I think that also shines a light to our youth, you know what I mean, on some of the positive things that, we as black people have done. This month isn't about, making the white man or any other race, respect us. Because you know what? Respect is, earned, you know what I mean? It's not something you can give because of a holiday. It's something that you earn. I wholeheartedly believe in that, I'm with a beautiful, beautiful white woman who has two, beautiful boys that I've been with them in their life, man, for years now. And, I respect and love them, and I don't want them to think anything less of themselves because they're Caucasian. Just the same way I don't want my son to think anything less of himself because he's both black and he's Mexican, you know what I mean? So, it ain't got nothing to do with race, guys, you know what I mean? It's got everything to do with, bringing that positive light. I mean, we often talk about stuff like, well, the black community, the people that they look up to are these rappers and these this and that, and like the thugs, you know what I mean? So if we got something that's trying to change that look. Why would we want to change that? I mean, I think that's definitely crazy, especially because I've heard this from bikers. You know what I'm saying? And if you ride a motorcycle, you know what it's like to be discriminated against. When people see, motorcyclists, they think of, stuff like Sons of Anarchy and, or that sports rider that just, flying down the road and not caring about no one else and not caring about his safety, or those supermoto guys that's, driving through somebody's public park and all this kind of stuff, just tearing stuff up. I'm not going to say that, that kind of people doesn't exist, or that sometimes, we all get into a little bit of hooliganism, you know what I'm saying? But in general, the motorcycles that I met have all been good people, It's just that stuff like Sons of Anarchy, that is what sells, man. That's the sad part. That is the reputation that sells. That's what makes money. That's what Hollywood wants to bring out. They don't want to talk about, people like me, a dad with 3 boys, you know what I mean, keeping himself out of trouble, enjoying his motorcycle, working a 9 to 5. They don't want to talk about that. They want to glorify the bikers that are out there, breaking the law, you know what I mean, and doing that crazy stuff. And not to mention, not every biker that's in a club, not all of them are bad. You know what I mean? When you see that biker with that leather cut on, you know what I mean, your mind automatically assumes, oh man, I don't want to mess with this guy. This guy's a bad guy. This guy's not a good person, because that's what society has told you. But the reality of it is, we don't know that. You know what I mean? I used to be very much afraid of, any white guy I saw with the big beard and, the leather vest and stuff getting off his motorcycle. I was like, nah, I'm not talking to that dude. I assumed, things about him that were not true often. You know what I mean? I assumed by looking at him, well, I've seen TV, I've seen, A&E or whatever that is, and they show about American biker culture, that it's, this guy's gonna be racist, this guy's gonna be mean, this guy, he ain't gonna screw with me because I'm black, you know what I mean? And once you really get to talking to some of those guys, or one of them had, like they did with me, walk up to you and say, hey man, nice bike, bro, where'd you get it, what is it, what type is it, this and that, and you start realizing, that man, this dude is a pretty cool guy. And this happens more than not, to be honest. It really, really, really does, you realize that stereotypes are anything but true, and we can't let ourselves get stuck in these stereotypes of what it is to be a certain race. And when we have positive things like Black History Month trying to bring a shine to what it is to be a certain race, that's something we want. And just to kind of throw in, a last couple of points here, either way you go, guys, when you got something positive and something that people are proud of, if your argument is shut that down and let's just make it, all people month, all, whatever. You know what I mean? If you know that somebody's doing something positive and you've got to go out of your way to hurt that person's feelings, even if you do have points, and I'm not saying you don't have points, American history and everybody does matter, but if you have your point and you decide to go out of your way to shove that at somebody's face, you've shut down your argument. You really, really have. You wouldn't go to somebody on their birthday at their party and say, you know what? This particular day is not only your birthday. There's a ton of other people whose birthday this is. You do not have the right to have the light shined on just you. We're going to say this is everybody who's born in this month's birthday, and you're going to have to say happy birthday to everybody, who's born in this month. That's crazy. You just want it, I mean, in America, we can give shine to Santa Claus, and I hope no kids are watching. We can give shine to Santa Claus, who is a fictional character. We can go out our way, work all year long, buy our kids these expensive presents and give shine to a man that doesn't even exist. Let him take our credit, put him on a pedestal, but we can't put some of the good things different races and different people have done. Yo, what's up with that, man? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So yeah, I don't want to stop Black History Month at all. I want to learn about other races. I want to celebrate all types of people. White, black, Arab, Jew, Brazilian, whoever, man. I want to learn how to celebrate everybody, because I want to bring people together, not bring people apart. And I'm not about the best way to bring people apart is by destroying what someone else cares about. That's crap, man. You can't bring somebody together by talking bad about it. If somebody walks up to you right now, I know a lot of you guys that watch my channel are big into motorcycles and say, you know what, you ride a cruiser or you ride a sports bike, you're stupid. I don't like you, man. This is dumb. Because really, car riders are the best. They're the smart guys. You're an idiot. It's done. It's over. You're not going to want to hear nothing else that person has to say. Hopefully, they don't start a fight. Maybe they have their reasons that they feel that way, but it's not going to come across that way. You're not going to listen. You know what I'm saying? We got to start taking time and caring about what we say and what we do to each other. It's not about, we're being overly sensitive, man. It's about that we're being logical. We're thinking. We're using our brains. I would approach any and all of you in an intelligent, manner. I would think twice before I just said anything to offend anyone, because that's the kind of person that I am, because I'm a smart, intelligent human being who doesn't go around hurting other people just because I can. And then saying that they're the ones being sensitive. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. Enough preaching for today. You know what I'm saying? That's my feelings on Black History Month as an American. Hopefully I don't piss too many people off and I get to keep my subscribers. This is your boy Moto MMA, aka Jason Ball, saying I'll see you guys later. Peace.